Hey guys, in a recent comment I was asked why conservatives feel like they are constantly being targeted by tech giants like YouTube or Facebook or Twitter and are being shut down, because it's happening to liberals too. And why is it that liberals are constantly in the bad light while conservatives don't seem to show up as much? So I'm doing a part 2 to my banning YouTubers and opinions, because my last one showed how the right or conservatives are being shut down because they don't believe in the liberal point of view, meaning they believe that there are two genders, abortion is wrong, women's rights is ridiculous because they've already got all the rights they want, so they are being shut down by putting up comments that oppose these views while everyone else gets to run free. So I'm making this video showing how liberals get shut down too, but the problem is that there is very little to go off of. Keep in mind, I'm not talking about the extreme left and extreme right. So like I said, it was really hard to find anything that makes the right look as bad as the left. And I'm not trying to be one-sided here, because I did look up to see what I can find on both sides. It's just that there are so many problems coming from the left. It's so easy to find anything, any topic, and a liberal will always be at fault. Now, I'm not saying that conservatives are the best and liberals are the worst. Both sides have very good people and both sides have very bad people. You just see more coming from the left. Towards the end of this short video, I will show you what I found, because I don't want anyone to think that I'm one-sided here and I have my right or conservative glasses on and I can't see past that. I want it to be fair about this. Before you all yell at me because you haven't seen this whole video, please just watch this video. It's very short, and then leave a comment below. As always, I have my sources in the description box so you can see for yourself where I got everything. This is very basic. It's not an extensive, deep, thorough investigation, or else this might be like a whole hour long. So what's the problem? In this article by Breitbart, it says that Google is a company riddled with a far-left ideological orthodoxy that has taken hold to a radical degree. So people who speak out against any view that the left has, they might just be shut down. So I wanted to try something basic. I went to Google Images and I typed in liberals, and this is what came up. I'm only showing you a tiny portion, just the first few rows of what I got. This page is littered with the view of what liberals have become. It's really sad because now they are the ridicule of society. And it's not all of them. Because of the bad apples, now every single one is seen like this. So then I googled conservatives in Google Images and I got this. Not even one meme. And again, not every single one is innocent, but it just shows just how out of hand protests, problems, and voicing opinions has gone. So then I googled liberals banned from YouTube. And I got one or two good things. But if you do the same thing and you click on every single link, besides the one about Alex Jones, the one underneath it goes off on a tangent and switches to how conservatives are being censored. The rest doesn't talk about how liberals are being censored, but look at the bottom. Look at the videos. You can find a video for every single topic or subject that a liberal has part in. And I scrolled along and found more. So again, I wanted to be fair, so I googled again, Trump supporters caused riots, so I can find where a Trump supporter or a group of Trump supporters actually initiated a riot, started it with their fists or with objects, where they themselves started it. I thought I got something on the 2016 Albuquerque riot, but that didn't tell me anything. It just said that a riot was started at a Trump rally. But notice it's Wikipedia, so of course I'm not going to trust that, and I have to get an alternate source that actually tells me the real story. But look at the rest of these. Nothing that really leads to an actual story showing that Trump supporters actually started a riot. So I searched the Albuquerque riot on Google again, and I got just a little bit more detail on this site, and I thought I had something to show that Trump supporters are the cause of something, but look what it says. That the protesters opposing the Trump supporters were the ones that rushed past the barricades and burned pro-Trump flags, threw rocks and bottles, so officers showed up in riot gear and smoke devices were used. So again, I hit a dead end. So I went back to searching and I thought I got something good on USA Today, and it says that big tech giants are accused of controlling how we interact on the internet. And of course, Google is the worst offender, so I thought I had something good to go off of, but then I looked down and I saw Google has directly targeted Republicans. During the 2016 presidential campaign, Google was accused of manipulating search results to favor Hillary Clinton's candidacy. Also, research at Harvard University found that Google search rankings are not objective. So again, I hit a dead end, because I need to show how liberals are being targeted too. Now, I thought I really had something on campus reform when I read that Zach Beaucamp from Vox wrote that conservative silencing on college campuses is a myth. So I thought, here's something. But then I read further, and it says here that the data Vox cites is from a project of the National Opinion Research Center at the University of Chicago. So I decided to look into that. Here it is, and I typed in free speech, and I found something. But again, I hit a dead end because once again, it is targeting conservatives. It says that Democrats believe that speakers expressing offensive or controversial views should not be allowed to give a talk on their campus, even if invited. But here's something good I actually found. Unfortunately, there's not much detail on it. In an article by Forbes, it says the other people affected by shadow banning in the past includes Democrats, as mentioned in the Twitter blog post, other progressives, transgender users, Black Lives Matters activists, feminists, socialists, and users that participated in culture jamming campaigns against ISIL. But I wanted hardcore examples, so I was able to find this one. YouTube bans Alex Jones. YouTube decided to ban InfoWars controversial radio host Alex Jones from its platform, citing hate speech. Jones has peddled conspiracy theories like suggesting that Sandy Hook elementary school shooting was staged. When users violate these policies repeatedly, like our policies against hate speech and harassment or our terms prohibiting circumvention of our enforcement measures, we terminate their accounts, YouTube explained. Yeah, YouTube does a lot of that. The problem is that wasn't a reason to terminate him. He has a right to say whatever he wants, as long as it doesn't physically threaten someone. So here's the example I was looking for. He is a liberal and he was banned. I don't think that was right. Here's one where conservatives really did it. Tomi Lahren is a conservative. However, she stated in an interview that she is pro-choice, which actually goes against what being conservative is because conservatives value life. The outcry was so great against her that she actually lost her job. Although I don't agree with her, and I think it was really odd that she called herself a conservative but yet is pro-choice, that is no reason for her to lose her job. These next few articles I have, which will be available on my sources page in the description box, is about 3 people, a student, a school's president, and a professor who used the commencement speech as a platform for political agenda. Though, like I said before, people should not be shut down for what they say. They are liberals. It was very inappropriate to use a graduation ceremony commencement speech to pour your heart out about your political views. This is a celebration. This is a graduation. There is a time and place to protest and be political, but not at a graduation. So you can read these yourselves. I have a few video clips to show you as to why people don't like liberals more than conservatives. And again, though I tried to find some solid good stuff to show that liberals are also being censored, it's not at the same rate as the right. But if you guys have something, post it in the comments below.
God damn you all, Trump supporters! May you burn in hell, Trump supporters!
You want to talk to us about the Women's March?
Why don't you take your hat off?
I don't have freedom of speech. But when your sign says, we will not be quiet, believe survivors, when does the line, I guess, enact between not believing survivors and believing them? Or should they be inherently believed?
So they don't want to talk, they just want to hold their signs and post it on social media and, you know, pretend that they're fighting some sort of revolutionary war against this man, Donald Trump, who's done more to help women and minorities than any president in recent history.
You don't like the wall, but you do like the idea of increased border security?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that would be fine.
What would be something, I guess, that you would prescribe in order to have stricter border security then?
Well, what's the border security for?
To keep people that we don't want in the country out of the country.
Who don't you want in the country?
People that commit crimes.
Okay, most of the people that are coming across the border are hoping to escape.
Wouldn't that be an illegal crossing, though, making them criminals then?
I don't believe we should criminalize it. Our ancestors didn't come through a walled area. They came through Ellis Island.
But that was before we had a welfare state, though.
Only stopped because of disease, and then they were allowed to come through.
62% of our ancestors weren't getting on welfare programs, though. There was no welfare state for them to subsist off of.
I think we're done with this.
Consider Evergreen State College in Washington and Olympia. Every year the school holds a day in absence. In years past, non-white students symbolically left campus and attended anti-racism events. This year, student activists demanded that all white people leave campus or else. Brett Weinstein refused. He's a professor at Evergreen State, and he called the race-based demand, quote, a show of force and an act of oppression. in response to that, here's what happened.
This is not about you.
I'm talking about this is all about him.
On terms of white privilege. This is not a discussion. You have lost that one.
You said some racist. Can you apologize? I did not. Okay.
Stop telling people of color the useless. You're useless. Get the out.
History could pivot in the direction of the values that you are standing here for.
Yeah, resign.
What?
Resign.
I'm not resigning.
She a racist. I mean, their board is majority women, and they have a bunch of minorities. YAF is minority and women. So wait, what are you doing? So why are we protesting women and minorities? Like, she's YAF.
I'm a treasurer in YAF. Am I a racist?
So and right here, he's Guatemalan. This guy.
My parents were immigrants, actually. Both of them came from Central America, illegally, actually.
But you're the racist.
But I guess
because it's what we say on a megaphone.
Because we believe in freedom, I guess we're racist.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you say to people who are minorities as a white person, and you're calling their organization sort of like a white supremacist group? Doesn't that kind of make you look silly? Does it make you guys look kind of dumb? Why not?
Giving you all an answer. You're all just starting something to walk. Well, what are we starting? We're not the ones protesting here.
We're just trying to find out why they're racist. They're YAF. This is YAF right here. They're Guatemalan, black.
Young Americans for freedom.
They're seen as literal Nazis and white supremacists compared to figurative Nazis and white supremacists, which is actually who they're fighting against. There's nothing literal about this. We're filming on a phone now because they destroyed our camera.
Protesters are completely trampling all over somebody's garden. Excuse me. I'm a woman here, and do I have a right to work? Are you against my right? Yeah, are you against my right to report as a reporter? So why are you getting in front of my shot right now?
Because you're broadcasting terrorism to the people. You're terrorizing millions of people. You're supporting Franco.
No, we're not.
I'm walking around here wearing my Only Two Genders shirt.
So basically what you're telling me is you're a bad person that likes to pick fights.
No, I mean, that's my own opinion. How many genders do you think there are?
You're a bad person who likes to pick fights. Now f*** off.
Well, I mean, you called at me, so I was wondering if you wanted to talk and just let me know how many genders you think there are. All right.
So apparently this woman thought there was only one gender. We think there's two.
I really appreciate it.
Person, and you still need to f*** off, and I don't understand.
I would be happy to have a reasonable discussion with you.
Go the f*** away, you piece of
All right. All right.
Educate yourself.